I saw some people the other day crying, oh, I don't know, Trump has removed money. He said he's not giving us any more money. Watu wanalia. Why are you crying? It's not your government, it's not your country. He has no reason to give you anything. I mean, you don't pay taxes in America. He is appealing to his people. Shauri yenu bwana. This is a wake-up call for you to say, okay, what are we going to do to help ourselves? Instead of crying, tujiulize, what are we going to do? Haya ametoa hiyo pesa, sasa tutafanya namna gani jameni? What are we going to do? Yeah? To support ourselves. Because nobody is going to continue holding out a hand there to give you. It is time for us to use our resources for the right things. We are the ones who are using them for the wrong things. Yeah? The bullets and the guns we buy, we are not given for free. We buy them. And we're not buying them to go and fight wars off our shores. We are fighting our own people. Hapa too. Yeah? Brother killing sister, sister killing brother. Over stupid things. Yeah? Let us work together to bring an end to all of that and to focus ourselves on those issues that really matter for our people. I thank you very much.
That is President Uhuru Kenyatta warning Africans over dependence, over reliance on developed countries. That we have been actually borrowing money, and this money ends up in the pockets of leaders. And this is coming when many African countries are complaining, are crying that they cannot get money to buy drugs for HIV patients, TB drugs, and many other issues because of Trump's policy. I think it is high time that African governments, including William Samoei Ruto's government, realizes that America interest comes first. It is about America. It is not about Africa. And when you look at our country today, you realize that, our country is very rich. That is the truth of the matter. And Africa in particular is very, very rich. What happens is that the money that we get is stolen. I want you to look at just one example. It is said that we lose more than 2 billion every day. If you multiply 2 billion every day by 366 days in a year, you can agree with me that we lose almost 0.8 billion. And not also 0.3, I mean trillion. Because it is 800 billion, about 800 billion. Can you imagine? Money going to waste. Yet we are the same people crying that we need fundings, that our health sector is in crisis. If you visit many hospitals today, there are no drugs. If you visit many hospitals today, patients are sleeping on the floor. If you visit many hospitals, you find people or patients sharing beds. It is a sad situation, ladies and gentlemen. Uhuru Kenyatta went further and showed us how we misuse our resources as we kill each other like cockroaches. Watch what he said here.
And let me conclude by saying that whether we like it or not, funding for this has to come from ourselves. Yeah? It has to come from ourselves because we have to begin to reprioritize what is important for us as Africans on the continent and where should our resources go. And towards that end, to remember the amount of resource we waste killing each other when you see the devastation caused across this continent by the many unnecessary wars, Sudan, DRC, all across the Sahel, all across the continent, we have actually lost more people to bullets fired by Africans on Africans than we actually lost to the coronavirus. And we have actually spent more buying those bullets to kill ourselves than we have actually spent on protecting our health and our societies. So an end to war and a collaboration towards putting an end to these conflicts and being able to repurpose our resources to where they shall have the greatest impact on our population shall remain the biggest and most critical agenda for the African continent.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you think Uhuru Kenyatta is right? Do you agree with him that we buy guns to kill ourselves, like it is happening in DRC? What is happening in DRC is a sad situation as neighboring countries struggle to steal the resources from DRC, where there is gold, cobalt, anything, all types of minerals are there. Uganda cannot escape the blame. Yes, today I heard Paul Kagame, saying that the people who are fighting, those who are there fighting, are actually people from Uganda. But Rwanda cannot also escape the blame because it has blood in its mouth. And when you look at what is happening there, it is a very, very sad situation. That we spend a lot of money fighting, yet we are the same people who are crying that we don't have money. Yet Africa, when you look at Africa, the richest continent as far as minerals are concerned, as far as natural resources are concerned, is always fighting. In fact, I will not be surprised to hear that some Kenyans own mines in DRC. I will not be surprised to hear some Kenyans being mentioned. And in the fullness of time, we are going to hear these stories. The corruption that is in Africa, it is of monumental proportion. The theft that is in Africa, it is of monumental proportion. The way we kill ourselves, the way we kill each other without caring, is something that is very, very sad. Very, very sad. And who is to blame, ladies and gentlemen? Who is to blame? I think we ourselves, number one, we have to be blamed. Because you are the same people who put the successive governments in power. You put a government, people are abducted, and you continue now electing the same government in the next election, then you expect miracles to happen. It will never happen. The same people who have been stealing our resources, you put them in office. The same people. So, ladies and gentlemen, this kind of madness must come to an end. I don't know, but we have to do something.